Alright everybody, welcome back to part 16 of my Let's Play here on Dragon Quest VIII, Union of the Cursed King, and in today's episode we're gonna continue running around the world looting some items, or some chests rather, now that we had the magic key from the Draqon castle. And yeah, if you watched to the end of the last episode you would know that I'm out here. I just caught Hazel, the seductive unique monster out here in Pickham, and we also found Salsa over there to the east and I added them to my monster team. And now it is time that we pick up two very valuable items here in the Pickham region. So the first one is going to be off here, and it's going to be a gold ring, which I strongly suggest you come here and get it, because down the line we're going to need this gold ring in order to further progress the Dodgy Dave quest there in Pickham. Yeah, we're actually going to need this gold ring for the third turn-in there. So yeah, very important that you get this one. It's the earliest gold ring you can get, unless you maybe loot it from some random monster, but yeah, this is the easiest one to get. Next up, we're gonna head on down there south along the mountain. Yeah, I'll just point on it. I'll meet you guys up there. We have another chest down there. Alright, so I'm here now by the chest, and I'll just open up my map so you definitely know where I'm at. So yeah, you can see we have red stand over there, so I'm just down here in the southwest corner of the Pickham region, and this is where the final chest we can loot here is. So, there you go. And we get a Seed of Skill, which is really important to grab, huh? As the name implies, you will get skill points whenever you use this, and I'm gonna use it on Tur, because, yeah, I would like to get some freebie points into my courage tree here. Yeah, I'm quite lacking there. So now he's apparently brave and he knows the tingle spell, which is really nice. Now he can wake people up from sleep, or yeah, from sleeping spells basically. So now that we're done here, it is time that we head on back to the Kingdom of Draqon, because I actually missed a easy chest up here. Yeah, the Lesser Panacea chest, as you might recall. I'm pretty sure I walked up to it before and yeah, tried to loot it, and then I recall, oh right, we can't get this yet. And yeah, there we have the Slimy Smiler. We can, yeah, you know, we could pick him up again, but yeah, why would you want to? Actually, there are some reasons why you might want to have this Slimy Smiley. I believe it can be used on some particular monster team to, you know, to some great effect there. Basically, whenever you find like different monsters, some of them will pair together really well and have special attacks, or they will get additional stats, things of that nature. And I believe the Smiley Slimy there is part of a team, so yeah, but I'm not very interested in that. But the characters that I've gotten back now in Pickham, Hazel and Salsa, the hip thruster, those two are gonna be part of a monster team in a little bit here, or up ahead, in a few episodes or so. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to show off. And yeah, let's see, more points into the sword tree. I really just want to prepare for things to come, for bosses to come up ahead. It's gonna get tougher, and it's gonna need to get some better single target, well, abilities to deal with them. So yeah, there you go. And here we go. Just southeast of Draqon Castle, we have this chest here with a very nice healing potion. Lesser Panacea. I actually forget how you craft Lesser Panaceas. You can actually craft them, but yeah, I forgot how you do it. It's not that hard, but I will probably look it up in the future, but for now, yeah, I'm just gonna say screw it and give it to Jessica. And now that we are done here, it is time we zoom on over to the Hilltop Hut. You might recall that I warned you before how there was a chest out there down on a cliff which contains a Seed of Defense. Now you can actually go ahead and grab that we have the magic key. And yeah, I'm running low on mana, so I'm gonna need to go in here and sleep. And yeah, we're also gonna pick up a really cool unique monster up ahead outside of the Riverside Chapel. But yeah, more on that in a bit. The Caped Wanderer, or whatever his name is. That guy is actually really nice to have in the early game arena, because he's quite strong, and he too has some really nice monster teams that he can join later on in the game if you just keep him. But yeah, I'm not gonna mix him in any Master Teams. You know what? Once again, more on that later. Down there on that little clip there, that's kind of black. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go. That's where the seat of defense is. So I'll just meet you guys there in a bit. Oh, and you know what, you guys? I forgot something. Yeah. This here is kind of important, so I'm just gonna make a quick cut back here. I just couldn't hold myself here. Yeah, in the last episode we crafted the arrow's bow at the very end, and yeah, it's a really nice piece of gear. If you don't remember what or how to do it, or if you're just tuning in here, in order to make it a really nice bow for Angelo, you're gonna need to mix the garter you found inside of the Trodain Castle with a hunter's bow from Pickham, which you can just buy there for 1700 gold. But also, in the last episode we won the G and F ranks inside of the arena, so we got a strength ring for doing so. And if you mix that with one of your Titan belts, there it was, we will get a Mighty Armlet, so I should totally get that cooking here now. The Mighty Armlet has 15 plus attack, so yeah, it gives 5 more attack than a regular Titan spell, so it is a really nice piece of equipment here. And also, later on in the game, you can actually make some really nice alchemy recipes with the Mighty Armlet, so we're gonna need them for later anyways. But yeah, back to kiting. Alright, so I'm here by the chest now. If you open up your map here, you can see I'm just southwest of the hilltop hut. So yeah, you're just gonna walk up and around and down into the desert, and it's not very hard to find your way here. You should have no issues whatsoever to get to this chest. It's really straightforward. And here you go, a seat of defense, which is very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and give this bad boy to Jessica, actually. +1 defense, okay. And now that we have done that, let's see, where should we go next? We could go to Morris' place, but we could also, well, no, we'll do the Morris' place last, because we're gonna go back and do more arena later on. So you know what, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Riverside Chapel. And once we're there, well, you'll see. There are gonna be a few items to get out here. I believe I warned you, but I told you guys about these items before. To the west of here we have a steel broadsword that we can pick up now finally, and to the way up in the north here we can actually pick up a agility ring and a mini medal as well. So yeah, some really nice items. And you know what? Normally I don't get the steel broadsword, but since I'm playing with swords from this particular playthrough, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it because yeah, it's a little bit out of my way, but the sword costs 2k for crying out loud, so might as well have it, right? And Yangus increases to level 21 here on my way to the broadsword. Let's see. Bunch of good stats, but only 3 points, so you know what? Put it all into fisticuffs and 1 into axes. Okay, well, he's now an Iron Woodsman, and now he has the Hatchet Man. That is actually the crit move that I spoke about earlier. However, the Hatchet Man ability only has a 25% chance effectively to land a critical hit. Basically, whenever you use it, the game is first gonna roll if you're gonna hit or miss. So there is a 50-50 that you will either hit or miss. And then if, let's say, you roll the 50-50 that you will hit, then the game is gonna roll again. Is it gonna be a hit with regular damage or a hit that crits? So, you know, then effectively it's gonna be 25% chance of critting. So it still is pretty good odds of getting metal slimes with it, but yeah, we're gonna need to level up axes much more in order to make it more effective, I guess. Yeah, I don't really know what the good word for that is or a good expression, but either way, up here on this cliff, I believe we have our steel broadsword. Yeah, I never showed this chest before, but yeah, I knew that we couldn't open it, so yeah. Remember down there, past the river, that's where we found that seed of agility. And down there is where we found a suit of chainmail much earlier on in the game. But here we go, steel broadsword, a really, really nice piece of gear. And as you can see, it does increase our damage or the boomerang, but I'm not gonna use it yet anyway. And you know what, we could totally equip the gold ring here. You know what, let's give it to Angelo. He'll get a 5 defense increase, so why the heck not, you know? And now we're gonna zoom on back to the Riverside Chapel, and we're gonna head on up north. Okay, so I zoom back here at the Riverside Chapel, and I'm just gonna run up north, and I'm gonna open up my map whenever I'm close to the chest, so I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so as you can see, I'm up here now, and over here we have our first chest containing a... Ooh, we got an iron nail from the Clockwork Cuckoo there. That's really nice. Huh. Well, that works out beautifully, because I'm here now by the chest. As you can see, we walk just straight up from the Riverside Chapel, and here we have our first chest containing a mini medal. And that is a really nice find. I'm actually gonna go ahead and make that iron nail into a reinforced boomerang, which we can then sell. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to Fairbury and pick up another boomerang and mix it. Yeah, that's a really good idea actually. Whenever you find an iron nail, just forge it into a reinforced boomerang with a regular boomerang, and you can make a profit there. Now, enough of that, I guess. The next chest is gonna be out there to the east in the forest, roughly somewhere around there. I don't exactly remember where, but I'll just point on the map about where it is. So yeah, that's where we're gonna head next. Alright, so I found the chest. It's right here on the edge of the cliff, if you will. So we're gonna go ahead and pick this one up, and then we're done looting items here. Well, almost done. We have a little bit more looting to do here, but soon, dear viewers, we're done. And this agility ring, I'm actually gonna go ahead and give this to Angelo here. I definitely value agility over defense, especially on a healer type character. It's really nice to have. However, I'm still gonna put the gold ring in his inventory if I ever need to switch and boost up his defense just a tad. So now we're gonna zoom on back to the Riverside Chapel, and remember, I'm gonna show you where that unique monster is. The Capers. I said before that I wouldn't put him on a team, but maybe I will. Maybe I will. There are some interesting combos with him later on in the game that I might try, so, you know, I might just catch him and have him sit on the bench until much later in the game where I'm actually gonna use him. But, yeah. So, you know, let's just do that. Can I rest to the night here? Oh, this is a problem. We need to come back here at night time, so you know what? Let's see. Okay, so I'll just make a little cut here. That lady in there, she will not let us sleep until dark. So yeah, that's annoying. But basically, the caper is down there in the embankment. So we're gonna need to come back here at nighttime because he only appears during night. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the hilltop hut and sleep up, and then yeah, I'll just sleep tonight and I'll be back here and I'll show you where the capers is. Okay, so I am back here at nighttime at the Riverside Chapel, and on the west side of the bridge, remember where the embankment was to get to the Wisher's Peak? You're gonna need to go down here, like it's on the back side of this old couple's house here, so you know, just go down here and follow the embankment until you until you have the caper unique monster in your sight down here. So yeah, I'll just run up ahead here and I'll cut back whenever I see him. Okay, here we have him. Disclaimer though, I should have said so before, but he will only be here if you have beaten Arena Rank F. So yeah, you need to make sure you have beaten it before you come down here, and it also needs to be nighttime. So yeah, otherwise he will not be here. You need to fulfill those two goals, if you will. So let's make everybody follow orders, because this guy is actually pretty tough. I will not underestimate him. And I believe he's immune to the Thin Air ability, so I won't even attempt that. I'm just gonna use the Helm Splitter, Twin Dragon Lash, and I'm even gonna go to such length as to buff myself here. Yeah, see, this guy is really powerful for this point in the game. One of the toughest guys till now, I dare say. And he's probably gonna be efficient to have on my monster team. I probably will include him, actually. But first we're gonna have to show off Hazel and Salsa. There you go. I couldn't remember what the heck it was called there for a second. So yeah, you know what? Here, let us actually go ahead and equip the steel broadsword on the hero and use the flame slash. And do one of those. Jessica, you probably need to defend so you don't die. And you know what? I'm gonna use another kabuff. I don't want to heal her yet. I want to keep stacking more defense here. But now she should survive if she gets hit. Look at this guy. He deals amazing damage. I don't remember how much health he has, but it's in the 300s, I wanna say. But yeah, look now. The hero can actually start dealing some damage here. And you know what? I'm gonna be cheeky. Do that and... Actually, Jessica, heal yourself with a strong medicine. And then Angelo, he's just gonna keep on using kabuff. Yeah, we gotta take this guy seriously. I don't want to wipe here and look foolish. But he shouldn't have too much fight left in him, I don't think. And for defeating this guy, I don't remember if I said so, but you will actually get a gold monster coin, which you can sell for 1,000 gold. So even if you have advanced much further than me in the game, it is a nice idea to come here and grab his gold coin. It's a lot of money, you know. It's a lot of cash. But now, we should be good on defense here. I'm just gonna heal up. Oh my god.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell indeed. Ooh, that is not great, but we should be fine still. He might die now, actually. Yeah. But that's unfortunate. Now Yangs won't get any experience. And it's actually called Phantom of the Shopper. That's neat. Okay, well, let's have a look at his stats here. Yeah, holy cow, dude. He has a lot of damage. 196 attack at this point. That is not bad. He's up there with Potbelly, I wanna say. Yeah, he's even above Potbelly. Yeah, he's really, really good. But I'm gonna have to kick somebody out. Oh, no! Am I just gonna kick out Potbelly? I don't wanna do that. I might need him to carry me. Huh. Well, this is a conundrum. Okay, so yeah, I've decided. I'm just gonna go ahead and kick out Hexilla. Normally I don't do this. Normally I use him all the way up to rank C in the arena, but we're gonna give Capers a shot, and if he can't cut the cheese, well, you know what? I'll just go back and get Hexilla then, you know what? Yeah, I did not want to kick... Oh my god, I did not want to kick out Cowboy or Hazel or Salsa because, yeah, I haven't used them in a great amount of time or in a long while, so I want to give them a chance. And see, this is what I mean about the Sync spell. You can get really unlucky, but it is nice to have, even though it might burn half your mana. So, now, finally, we are completely done here. It is time that we go to... Whoops, to the Monster Arena. Yeah, you might have noticed before it was called Morris Place, but now that you have the key to it, it's called the Monster Arena instead. And we have 2 more items to loot here. One is up there in that little gap there in the mountain. It's a seat of defense, and on the backside here of the Monster Arena, we will have a mini medal. So, yeah, you know the drill. I'm just gonna run up there off screen. Oh yeah, nice. Angelo increased to level 20. He gains another 8 HP and 8 MP, and yeah, plus 5 skill points. You know what, I'm gonna keep on going into Swords. I just want him to have more damage, really. And he learns the Metal Slash. Yeah, the Metal Slash ain't all that great. As the name suggests, it's used for taking out metal slimes, and it can deal 1 to 2 damage, which admittedly is very nice. I'm sorry, I had a hiccup there. I probably just edit that out. But yeah, it is admittedly nice for taking out the regular metal slimes, you know, the small ones. But any metal slimes like above that type, like the liquid metal slimes and the liquid or the metal king slimes, those guys are gonna have too much health, you know. They're gonna run away before you have hit them enough times with the metal slash, so yeah. And apparently I was wrong about these guys. Maybe we'll just... Yeah, obviously we'll keep this on screen, but yeah, the Night Foxes don't heal their team. They use the Confusion spell, the Fuddle spell. Huh. Well, luckily I'm way over level now, so I don't really care. And here we go, here's the chest. Yeah, we saw this one way earlier in the game, a couple episodes back, when we went down to pick him. And yeah, I told you guys you would need the magic key, but now we're here to pick it up. Another seat of defense and another monster fight. Time to cut this out. And you know what I just realized? First of all, yeah, we don't need to cut anymore now. We're just gonna go ahead and do this, zoom on back to the monster arena, and we have our mighty armlet done in the alchemy pot, so I'm gonna need to go and grab that. I completely forgot. And you know what the funny thing is? If we beat the next rank in the monster arena, which I don't see why we won't, I believe you get another mighty armlet by beating that rank. So yeah, we're gonna have 2 of them, which is almost hilarious how strong you get. If you just know of the recipe, you know, with the Titan Belt and the Strength Ring, and then you can also get another mighty armlet from the arena. Yeah, you can get so much plus attack. It's just a really nice spike. I love it. So, this mighty armlet, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Jessica, because I want her to have more damage whenever we were fighting bosses. There you go, and yeah, dude, this looks too funny. The bunny suit and the Hermes hat, yeah, she's all over the place with her gear. And actually, with the bunny suit, I never pointed this out, but if you mix it with like a pair of fishnet stockings and a bunny hat, or you know, the bunny ears here, and you might also need the bunny. No, never mind. You only need the bunny ears, you need the fishnet stockings, and you need the bunny suit here. If you have all those 3 equipped on Jessica at the same time, she will basically become a pin-up girl there, which is kind of funny. But it's not a really good set. Like, yeah, the bunny suit is nice, but all the other pieces are kind of garbo, so yeah. There you go. Oh crap, dude, we gotta go. Cut back. Going back out. Okay, so a quick cut there. Yeah, I forgot. We gotta walk on around the monster arena here. We have a freaking mini medal to pick up. And here we are. Behind the monster arena, we have another chest, which is locked, and you need the magic ring. You need the magic key for it. So, yeah, I'll see you down in Morries' monstrous pit. Okay, we're down in the monstrous pit. And okay, just stop that. Okay, so here we have some people to talk to down here in the pit, and they never did so. But it's time, I think, that we go and acquaint ourselves with some of the population in here. So this rich lady here says, I released more than 40,000 gold coins from the estate to purchase a skull rider from a monster scout. Yet, the results are most unsatisfactory. I suppose there must be a problem with the composition of the team. Huh. Yeah, I believe that the skull rider she's talking about can actually be used for a, well, monster team that's called the Dead Nobles. Something or other like that, or they're riding riders. I don't remember. Let's see here. I added a Hackosaurus to my lineup for the first time the other day. Now I finally got 2 axe-wielding monsters on the team. I only need 1 more now and I will have the full card. Yeah. If you mix 2 axe users, like with Texilla for example, then that monster team will get a, well, passive plus 15 attack. Just passively, you know, whilst they are fighting. They won't get any special attack, but it's nice to have the added strength anyways. And you know what, I just now remembered. Should we go in with this? Yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go in with Salsa Hazen and the Cowboy. It would be better to use Capers, obviously, but we're gonna use these guys. And let's see here, Morris the only man in the whole world who can revive dead monsters. Yeah, he's quite something. Huh. And we have this lady here. I know. Do you know? No? Alright, then I'll tell you. Having strong monsters in your team can make the team better, but it takes more than just strong monsters to win. That is actually false. You've got to try lots of different combos to get the most out of your team, like putting 3 of the same family of monsters together and stuff like that. That's what Grandpa told me. Well, that is correct, but you can totally brute force your way through the arena. You don't need special arena teams. But it makes it easier. But yeah. The furthest I've ever managed to get is the 2nd round of rank D. Mind you, that was more than 10 years ago. Now my money just doesn't seem to buy me strong monsters these days. Yeah, I believe we will actually have to fight this lady now in the Monster Arena Rank D. And hello there, Jesus. This is one pretty lady. Oh, I haven't seen you before. And I see you got the key to the arena, so Mori invited you in here then, did he? Yeah, he sure did. You know what, I think that's enough talking. We shall head on to the next rank. And what were we up to on time here? 35 minutes, holy crap, dude, grabbing those items really took a long time, huh? Okay, but this is for all the marbles, this is for the mighty armlets, so we're gonna need to do our best here, or yeah, I'm gonna need to hope. I'm gonna have to hope that my team makes me proud here.
In the blue corner, captained by Erickson, we have the Prison Pussycat.
The Prison Pussycats. Huh. If you say so. That's, yeah, a really funny name. And yet, I believe that the Terror Tabby there pretty much always sleeps whenever you fight here. Yeah. Either way, let's see here how she performs. Hazel. Yeah, see, this is what I like about her. And oh, that's unfortunate. Sometimes she will focus up twice, and then she will use the swoosh spell. And you can, yeah, imagine how much damage that will deal on the enemy team. Yeah, that's really nice. Although I'm not really sure how it will work in here in the arena, if the swoosh will only hit one enemy or all three. But, yeah, I honestly don't remember. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's been a while since I used her. Oh, okay, so she can even seduce the enemies, yeah. As I remember then, yeah. Huh. And Salsa here, he is alright. He's not as good as Hazel, I wouldn't say, but yeah, he's actually gonna be necessary to fill out a team later on with Hazel there. So yeah, once we get the boat, we can go and grab the third member for their team, actually. And then, well, yeah, I can talk about this. Oh no, I can't. Wait, hold on a minute.
In the blue corner, captained by Elidor, we have the Fiend family.
Yeah, and then once we have shown off that team with Hazel, we can, or well, once we get the boat, you know, we're gonna show off the team with Salsa and Hazel there, and then we're gonna show off another team with Hazel, or I'm gonna want to do it. Once you have the boat though, you need the boat in order to grab her teammates. So yeah, I have some funny combos to show off here, and one of the combos is bound to be really good, like the latter one, not so much the first one, but the latter one. So yeah, I'm dying to show that off actually. And here we have a, well, a mirror fight, essentially. But hopefully my team will come out on top here. Ooh, nice. She even silenced the mini-demon there. That's quite nice. I believe he can use the Frizzle spell. Yeah, see. Huh. And another thing, since we're using two demons here now on our team, the guy there on their side, like, yeah, their Salsa, or whatever you want to call him, on the left there. Normally, he can very easily one-shot your monster team members with the wax spell, so this here is another experiment. I believe that since I have Salsa and Hazel here, they are gonna be fairly resilient to the wax spell. As you saw there, the cowboy, he dies very, very easily to it. And there you go, nice. Oh my god, she seduced the other lady! She's nice, dude, Hazel. What the heck? She gave that lady a, well, quote-unquote lady boner. I don't know. That's funny. What the heck? Or actually, no, is it my? No, my? Dude, this is so weird. It's my Hazel that's seduced. What the heck? Okay, well, she woke up from it. Good. I want to see her use swoosh with the tension here. Actually, you can also get lucky that she only acts twice. And then on the next turn she stacks even more tension and then unleashes a really powerful attack. I remember that from when I used her as a teenager. There you go. Okay, so now it's our turn to seduce their team. Boom! Yeah, as you can see, the swoosh spell can deal some massive damage. Unfortunately though, it's only gonna hit one target, so that's unfortunate. However, when you're outside fighting... Well, never mind. That's a spoiler. Yeah, since I accidentally spoiled that now. Yeah, once you beat this rank, you will then be able to use your monsters outside and fight regular monsters too. So yeah, once you're outside there, this swoosh spell will attack more than one target. But yeah, that's unfortunate that she can only shoot
It's
at one.
the moment you've all been waiting. This is the final round. The winner of this epic battle will walk away as the Rank E Monster Arena champion. In the red corner, we have our hero. In the blue corner, captained by Eviana. Shall we dance? It's the Dirty Dancer. Down into the pit they go.
And yeah, my bad. We're still in Monster Arena rank E. I thought we were in D for whatever reason, but no. We are in E, so we won't get the Mighty Armlet here. If we win. Hopefully we can still pull ourselves out here. This is kind of sketchy now, since we lost the cowboy. If I do end up losing here, I'm probably just gonna... Well... I'm just gonna use capers instead of the cowboy instead. Or the potbelly. The potbelly might actually be better. But yeah, this isn't looking too good, I gotta be honest. This ain't looking so hot. Yeah, the Vulpone here in particular is pretty dangerous. He's got the boom spell. We will actually soon have to face Vulpones as regular enemies. They are quite scary. But yeah, this is looking like a loss. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is interesting. I think that the Dragon-type monsters are not this weak to being confused, but Demon-type monsters seems to be really weak against confusion spells. So, yeah, there you go. Damn it, yeah, this is not looking great. This is looking like a loss, you know what? She's frozen with fear. Oh my goodness, they couldn't beat this. Are you serious, my man? Well, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna cut back. I'm gonna bring some stronger dudes here, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so this is what my team looks like now. I'm just gonna go with brute force. We're gonna bring Hazel, because she actually did quite fine. The Fizzle spell came in clutch a few times there, and her damage isn't terrible either. The Potbelly and the Capers are gonna do mainly all the damage, and she's just gonna sit back there and, you know, crowd control the enemies whilst also casting a few spells. So yeah, she's a nice balance there to the brute force thingy. But yeah, I'm gonna pay the fee again, and I'll cut back once I'm at the final fight. So yeah, I'll see you in a sec. And we are back. So it may... Yeah, it was a lot smoother to get back here now with Capers, I gotta say. He's taking a beating, and it's kind of funny. Potbelly wasn't hit a single time, as you can see. But yeah, the Capers deals tremendous amounts of damage, I gotta say. He's quite useful to have in the arena. I never really used him too much, because I figured Hexzilla was better, but no, he's actually stronger than Hexzilla at this point. There's no doubt about it. He's really good. His very high attack stat this early on really makes him, yeah, as you can see, quite valuable. I have underestimated him. And I checked out his growths. He does scale fairly well, actually. Not as good as Hexzilla, but pretty damn good. So, overall, my opinion of him has changed. I'm gonna start using him more whenever I replay the game. He's quite nice to have. And yeah, Hazel is just showing off here now. And yeah, I gotta say, Hazel's seducing abilities also are really nice in the arena too. It works fairly often, much more often than I thought it would. And you know, it prevents the enemy from dealing damage to you, so it's not a bad idea to have her. And yeah, that doesn't matter. The only way she could be any better is if she could actually heal. That would have been sick. If she could use mid-heal or something like that, then she would be a shoo-in, I'd say. But yeah, we should have this now. No more... Yeah. No doubts about it, is what I meant to say. Ooh, dude, that was cool. Nicely animated, or the animations fit in nicely together. Just whatever. But we should win this now. Come on, just get him out of here. He should have some more health, but not too much. Come on, thank you. Good job, Capers. And with that, we will get the... Well, I forget what the ring is called, but the Confusion Resistance ring, which is a really nice piece of equipment, actually.
A most spectacular performance. This is the prize for winning a rank E. Congratulations.
You take my breathing away! Ragazzo! Before I know it, you become the owner of the Magnifico Monster Team, eh? You give my monstrous Pete a good licking, eh? I look forward to the exciting times ahead.
Dude, I just love... I just love the dialogue here. What? It is so bizarre. You give my monstrous pit a good licking, eh?
What
Sure, bud.
gusto. Now I give to you the prize. I let you have the fantastico new skill. Now, you will be able to call your team to fight for you even outside of the arena. But remember this. Outside, it is real fighting. Maybe it's not so smooth as down here in my pit. Out in the world, your team can only fight in your place for a limited time. But this is still fantastico. It will be good for the fighting. If you are using it well, you will have the better traveling, eh? And one more thing you must remember. If one of your monsters is defeated out in the world, I am the only one who can bring it back to life. If this is happening, make sure you come to see me, okay? I am here for you. I wish you the buona fortuna for your next fight, eh? Ragazzo.
And what are we up to on time? Yeah, you know what, we can cram in one more fight here in the monstrous pit. However, I think for the next fight, I almost want to ditch Hazel. Well, you know what, let's see. 260 HP. 189. You know what, I'm gonna... Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do this. This is a little bit sad. No, actually, you know what? We're gonna bring Hazel. Stop, yeah. Stop being a dingus and just bring her. However, if things doesn't go so well, I'm probably gonna enter Brickman too. Remember, even though Brickman technically has lower stats than her, slightly lower, he still has the desperate ability, you know, to just crit. So, that is a really strong attack to have. Even stronger than her tension, but at the same time, she might actually be able to seduce enemies here. That also is a nice
Let's give
thing.
the team owners a big hand. In the red corner, we have our... In the blue corner, captained by Darren, we have Team Nightmare. It's a dream duo.
And let's get it on. And yeah, rank D here is probably gonna be the last rank we can do at this point in time. We're gonna need stronger monsters, and we're also gonna need to level up so we get stronger monsters. Or so that we level up our monsters, I mean to say. And okay, well that was a waste. But at least she psychs up too, so that's good. Ooh, she took 3 turns, nice. Well, that's really good. And yeah, see, we still have enough damage here, I'd say. But I really wish they would stop hitting at Capers. Yeah. He needs to be fresh by the time we get to the final fight here. Okay, good. Yeah, hit that her instead. Yeah, see, her damage ain't that great, like, unless she psychs up first. Yeah, but she still has the seducing ability, and she can cast Fizzle. Like, that's the thing you gotta remember about her. Ooh, here she is, the old lady that we saw up on the stands there.
The teams are ready
In the
to go.
crowd.
In the red corner. In the blue corner, captained by Darcy, we have the Deadheads. It's a fight so tight, even Lady...
Well, yeah, let's just get into it. This team here is actually kind of nasty. Hopefully we have enough damage to take out the bone guy there on the left side. He can actually use the Kasab spell. And the Kasab spell, or, you know, he will reduce your defense with the Kasab spell, right? And then when you go into the final fight, if you have been Kasabbed a bunch of times, well, then those stacks of Kasabs are gonna remain into the final fight. So yeah, you gotta take him out quick. And oh god, this guy has poison attacks, but yeah, I don't really care. The Kasab guy is gone. But yeah, that was really nice though. She also used the Seduce ability on the mummy, so he lost his first turn there. And finally they are hitting the Potbelly here, so... That's the only thing I don't really like about my current team. They don't have the most health. Except for Potbelly, he is very well off. Capers, however, does scale really well in the health department. When you're at level 100, he's gonna be at like 661 HP, I think I read, so yeah. Hexilla on the other side, for example, I think he will reach around 900 health by the time you're at level 100. I'm never gonna be at level 100, but yeah, I'm just saying. Or level 99, I believe is max, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. And there we go. Puff Puff. Yeah, the Puff Puff is basically just a homage to Dragon Balls. It was a thing from there. The Puff Puff game. With the Kamiseni, with Sage Zenin. I don't know what you guys call him in the US, but yeah.
Lady, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the final round. The winner of this epic battle in the red corner. In the blue corner, captained by Deagle, hypertension warning, it's the Psychos. Down into the pit they go.
Okay, so the Psychos here, as you might, yeah, the Psychos here, as the name suggests, there you go, they hit really hard, and so if you get Kasabbed in the previous fight from that bony dude, well, these guys are just gonna take you out, most likely. This guy hits hard, and the two hammerheads on the sides, whilst they often miss, if they crit you, you're just, well, gone. However, we shouldn't be able to lose this, because Potbelly still has a ton of health, and Capers ain't so bad off either. So, yeah, this is looking really nice, actually. And there you go, Puff Puff, on the big one, please. Ah, on the little cutie, I guess. She has a thing for small, or for, yeah, for cute little guys, I guess. Dude, my commentary is just going to shit. I need to take a break. Yeah, been playing for 2 hours straight here now, essentially. Oh. Okay, well, please take him out. Nice. Yeah, whenever she does that, at least she deals decent damage, you know. 56 ain't bad. It's better than what Cowboy would have done, that's for sure. And yeah, speaking of Cowboy, I think I'm just gonna replace him with Hexilla off screen, you know. Cowboy I'm not gonna be using anymore. I just wanted to try him out a little bit. But yeah, he doesn't really have any good monster team. He has a monster team, but it sucks.
Spectacular performance. This is the prize for winning a rank D. Congratulations.
But yeah, the Cowboy there, he has a monster team where he basically gets plus 15 strength. I believe the monster team is called just Beastly, but whatever. I'm gonna switch him out off screen for Hexilla again. And it's about time we turn off this episode. We're getting up there in time, onto the hour mark.
And they say everyone gets stuck at rank D. But not you, eh? Ragazzo! You become the incredible monster team owner already! What can I say? Soon, maybe I'll be running out of prizes. But not yet. For your victory prize today, I let you keep the 3 more monsters in reserve. Now you have the 9 monsters to choose from for your team. As they say, Variety is the life of spices. I wish you the buona fortuna for your next fight, eh?
Okay, well, never mind. So now we have 9 slots, or 9 monster slots. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end the episode here, and when we start the next one... Well, first of all, let's grab our reward here. Yeah, we did get another Mighty Armlet, which is hella nice. And this I'm gonna put on the hero here. So yeah, now they have an armlet each. And you know what, here, let's just put this away. Just as such. And then I think I'm gonna grab the Ring of Clarity here. And I will also give this to Tur. And you know what, hold on, I'm gonna need to fix this up here. Okay, so I'm down here now reorganizing my inventory, so yeah. The hero now has the Ring of Clarity and the Mighty Armlet, and Genghis is unchanged. Jessica is unchanged. Actually, I gave her another strong medicine, and yeah, Angelo now has the gold ring down there in the bottom left corner. So yeah. That is all well and good. I think we're completely done here, or all done here now. We're just gonna need to head on over to Fairbury, and I'm gonna catch Axilla. And then in the next episode, I'll meet you back at the Escanther Castle, because remember, we gotta talk to King Pawan and ask him if he can't aid us with the Moonshadow Harp there. So yeah, I'll see you guys at Escanther Castle next time in episode 17. Take care, everyone.